Body Bag Magazine. Let them know who you are.
The deal, it's Daze, aka Just Daze, Grind Time East Coast. Shout out to the Bronx Zoo Animals. Shout out to Team Hami here with Body Bag Magazine up in Forest Park. Beautiful day in Queens. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in.
How'd you get into the whole scene?
Hip hop scene, I've been rhyming for as long as I can remember, basically. And to be honest with you, rhyming is just something that I feel is in my blood, it's in my nature. It's something that I've been doing since I was a kid. I used to watch TV. Believe it or not, one of the first performers I ever watched and was like starstruck was Michael Jackson. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? When you're a kid and you see Michael Jackson lighting up a stage and all these fans going crazy, because I don't care what anybody says, but Michael Jackson was the motherfucker when we were kids. Everybody knew Michael Jackson's songs, sang Michael Jackson's songs.
Damn right.
And I mean, he was one of those performers that you were just like, wow. And you saw what he did with it, and it was just, he was monumental. He died. No matter how you felt about him, about all the controversy that popped up, you just were like, damn, man, he was a legend. So he was one of the first performers I saw, and I always liked performing. I always liked standing out differently from everybody. And so I used to rhyme. I used to put little bullshit words together, used to say things, and I started rhyming, like I said, as early as I can remember. Like my first rhyme, I think I was like 8 years old, rhyming about vitamins or something like that. My Flintstone vitamins, you should try them in, and all this stuff. Then I got to high school, I linked up with some people. People were telling me, yo, Daze is whack. Daze can't rhyme, Daze can't do this. So what did that do? That pushed me even further to prove that I couldn't. I mean, I used to rhyme at EO Dub, which is Pyramid. Shout outs to EO Dub, end of the week. I used to rhyme there when I was younger. I used to be really heavy. And I was like maybe 21 at the time, and I would go there, I would rhyme, I would get up, I would do my little song, and I felt like the man afterward. About a year and a half ago, I came across something called Grind Time Now, and I would watch it, and I was like, wow, these dudes are incredible. And I just was watching it as a fan, Slowly I was getting back into the hip-hop scene myself, recording tracks, rhyming in ciphers, being around the right people, the right places again. And I said, you know what, I could do this. So there was a tryout in Syracuse, Just One actually, shout out to Just One, Grind Time Syracuse division. He hollered at me through email, we started talking, and he was like, yo, you should come out and try out here. And I went up there, and the rest is history.
We saw your G-Kid battle. You were looking like a monster. Can we expect any more battles coming up?
Yes, actually at the next Grind Time East Coast event, I'm supposed, shout out to Poison Pen, the motherfucker holding this whole foundation down, making it stronger. Shout out to PH too, but he's just taking this to places far beyond what anybody could have expected. Yes, I will be battling at the Grind Time East Coast event, November 12th, and I actually battled live at the barbecue, which was September 18th at 5 points. I battled Dirt from the Upstate Division, and it's gonna be definitely one for the record books when y'all see. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
With DNA, Hollow, Lido, Team Moneybags, and you, we feel that Queens is on the come up right now. Describe how your hood has affected your whole swag and approach to being a dope MC.
Well, I feel like I got the best of both worlds. I was raised and born in East New York, Brooklyn. I moved out to Queens at an early age. And I feel that right now Queens is on the come up because people sleep on Queens, but we have some of the best lyricists who've ever lived. We have Nas, we have Kool G Rap, we have Mobb Deep, all these influential, like, huge artists, mainstream artists. And in my opinion, Kool G Rap is definitely one of my top, I'd say my top 2 lyricists. Forget top 3, because people may say, oh, Daze is putting him at the 3rd. Nah, I say he's within the top 2. I mean, he's just one of those MCs that just, he says something, he's got so much meaning, so much conviction behind what he says, and he makes dope tracks, you know what I'm saying? That's hip-hop, this is Queens. Queens is live, you know what I'm saying? There's fires going on. They must have heard about the Queens MCs, the fire trucks are already coming, you know what I'm saying? But I think that Queens is on the come up hard body. I don't think we're some borough that can be slept on. Queens is far from soft. We got a bunch of animals. Shout out to DNA, shout out to Lido, and shout out to everybody. Team Moneybags, what's up, my man? Hollow, you know, Hollow just got out. Hollow's one of the best to do it right now. And we're all killing shit. We're all just, you know, taking it to another level, which I'm very happy to see. I'm happy to be in that and mentioned in those names. It's actually very humbling.
Yeah, we keep hearing everyone is talking about top tier nowadays. As someone who is so close to the scene, who do you feel are true, no doubt, top tier battle MCs right now?
I would have to say Swave Seva, being like one of the first people just because he's so close to the New York scene and just because he's body and everything. Shout out to Swave Sever, shout out to Team Hami. I'd say Hollow is definitely in the top tier. Those are my East Coast picks. As far as Midwest, I'd say Real Deal. Real Deal is amazing. He's on the come up. He embodies what a true MC is. He's a working man. He's a beast lyrically. He can freestyle his ass off, you know. And on the West Coast, I'd say No Can Do. I'd say Madness. I'll even throw Disaster in the mix. I think that they're killing shit. I just seen them all at Grizzle, and they all just killed shit. Oh, Soul Con also. Soul Con, Pumpkinhead. There's a lot of top tier MCs. The thing is, when you're thinking about a top tier MC, you're thinking, who embodies the term MC, battle MC, performer, lyricist, and who puts all those into one complete package, and who is somebody that you want to come see perform and give 110% every time they're performing. And I think those dudes just put on a hell of a show and say some incredible shit, you know. And I think a lot of the newcomers, the new low tier, like, which is what you would consider me, Scream, Lido, all the new cats that are coming into the Grind Times division have potential futures as far as top tier goes. I think I feel comfortable saying that, and I feel comfortable saying that eventually y'all might see us and somebody might be interviewing one of the new MCs and be like, yo, those dudes, one of the people I mentioned, maybe even myself, you know? I like to think of myself going far.
Yeah, man, right. All right, so what's next for Just Daze? What are you working on? What are your goals for the rest of 2010 going into 2011?
I'm working on right now a huge project in the underground with a bunch of artists. There's about 14 artists on it. It's a song called Let the Games Begin. My man Eddie Hispanic threw it together. Y'all could Google him. That's not Hispanic the race, it's his panic. And there's a bunch of MCs on that. I'm working on a mixtape right now with a lot of beats produced by Just James. Some from the Dead Poets, working on a project with the Dead Poets who are performing at their release party. I'm letting out that mixtape by the end of this year. Early 2011, my solo album, Common Law, is coming out. And I'm just right now I'm on everybody's feature. I'm happy to be on features. I want to get on the Grind Time East Coast compilation album. Performing. You can check me at a venue near you every Sunday night, end of the week, D.O. Dub. Anything I could do musically outside of battling is what I want to do, because I don't just want to be labeled a battle rapper. There's nothing wrong with being a battle rapper, but the reason most MCs get into the battle rap is to promote their music, and it's hard to balance the two. But eventually, you know, you find your niche and you manage to do what you got to do. So I just want to get back into the music just as heavy as the Grind Time and the battling. What up, it's Daze, aka Just Daze, Grind Time East Coast. You can catch me on Twitter, @JustDaze, that's JUSDAZE. Also got a YouTube channel, it's YouTube /JUSDAZE. Y'all can email me if you want, justdaze@AOL.com. Anybody that's looking to work, do features, email me beats, whatever.